Former Public Health Principal Secretary Josephine Mburu has distanced herself from the 3.7 billion shillings Kenya Medical Supplies Authority KEMSA scandal that earned her dismissal. Mburu, who appeared before the Senate Health Committee, said that the executive orders had reduced their functions from 13 to 7, and she was not in any way tasked with procuring medical equipment under her docket. Here's that report.
Amid confusion on who should be held accountable over the 3.7 billion shillings anti-mosquito net scandal, former Health Principal Secretary Josephine Mburu sought to clear her name before the Senate Health Committee over this scandal that saw her sacked barely 6 months into office.
What is the role of the board and the CEO, and what is your role as the PS, which that responsibility falls under?
Involvement in the process, I was not involved in the process because already the process had started.
Mburu absolved herself of any blame, further urging senators to expedite their investigations to unearth the real culprits.
Deep down, I would like to know what is this thing he was told about Josephine did, so that it comes out, so that the Wanjigo can judge me.
According to the former Principal Secretary, who claimed that she did not interfere with the tendering process, the role fell squarely in the docket of her former colleague in the ministry, Engineer Peter Tum, who was recently moved to the Ministry of Sports in the recent reshuffle.
Initially, I was supposed to be the chair when the order was won, but when it was split, the CS Wafula had already written letter to the GF that the chairman of GF is the chairman of KCM, the Kenya Coordinating Mechanism of GF is PS Tum.
The committee also grilled suspended KEMSA CEO Terry Ramadhani and the chair Daniel Rono to ascertain if mistakes in the procurement process were enough to cancel the tender and if the government lost monies in the process.
Are you telling this committee that you were not aware of the technical requirements of the tender when you go through? Were you not given a brief by the management that this is a tender? It was advertised on this particular day, it was open on this particular day.
The brief I got was when I requested offer is that the tender is when I was told a team of evaluation team had been appointed jointly with the ministry to carry out the evaluation of the tender.
No loss of public funds, because there can be no loss if there is no award. You see, Chair, this process was not complete at the point of discussions even with Global Fund, because a procurement process is completed either by awarding or by terminating.
In the month of April, President William Ruto sacked the embattled PS and the entire KEMSA board over the botched medical tender on anti-malaria nets. For Prime Edition, I'm Gladys Mongai.